Sorry about that, you guys. My phone died, but it wasn't an accident, so I was wrong. I was so very, very wrong. Today is not September 1st. There's 31 days in August, so hi, August 31st. So no wonder the energy is so off. I'm going to finish. I'm gonna finish up with this reading. Um, I guess I'll post it tomorrow because this is the energy and all the cards. I mean, they played out because there are no accidents, But I was wondering why I'm so out of sync. I'll be honest. The reason why I'm out of sync is because I'm sad. Like I've been going. I'm not sad that I wish things were any other way than they are. I know there are no accidents, but I really I really hope that everybody watching this, I hope that if you see this, that when you see this, I hope that you know that you're loved. You're loved. And that you're seeking balance, you're growing. And that's. So I will do one edit, and that's going to be to. Hopefully, I can splice this. I'm going to wrap this up very quickly, very succinctly. And then I'm going to try to edit it. I'm going to splice it into the video that that I was started. I mean, I need to wrap this up anyway. Okay, so I ended up drawing 3 cards. I don't know where the video died exactly. I just heard my phone go doo-doo. So jumping out, so we have, I don't even know where I left off. This is such a shit show. Okay. End of a tough cycle approaches. We're looking inward, turning our gaze inward. We're trusting that hermit energy. We're accepting our changes. We've been left out in the cold, or that's the feeling, or somebody else. We've left somebody else out in the cold. Either way, our karmic relationships, our tower moment has arrived. This is a time to embrace those changes. Whether or not this has happened yet, will happen. It's all. It's neither here nor there. Like this. It's the energy of embracing change. And we all learn the most. Our soul grows the most through change in relationships. It's just the way that it plays out. It's got a heavy Libra vibe. Libras themselves are beautiful people. I've never met a Libra I didn't like. They're easy to fall in love with because they chose their soul growth patterns to develop themselves through the relationships. They honestly, openly embrace that challenge, which makes them incredibly fair and balanced people, typically, if they're in the positives. So anyway, the 3 cards that I drew to clarify the Hierophant, we jumped out the Page of Swords, which I was saying was immature, very let's go save the world with our sword of truth. Sword's still a little big for you. He's even choked up on it. Where foundationally speaking, perhaps we aren't really ready for that, and that's a big part of what plays into a karmic cycle is, well, were you ready for it, or did you acknowledge the fact that this is all part of a lesson to make you ready in the future? We're all here just waiting to die. I don't know why I put these in the reverse order. I guess on screen it makes sense. So I pulled out the King of Swords, the Star card. The Star card and the Sun card, which of course the Sun is a star. So this is speaking to the Page of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles. See, this is an evolution right there. There's a maturity, realizing, I need to focus on myself. It's the slowest moving energy. It's Earth energy, which is the Devil card, which is the Capricorn, which, is the Hermit. It's all Virgo. And we're in a huge Earth energy, astrologically speaking, too. What that manifests as when you take the progress. So we've skipped over the Queen of Cups would be the one missing, of the Queen of Wands. It's a lot of male energy, masculine. So perhaps this is happening on whichever one of you in a divine union, in a twin flame relationship. The failure comes from um, the polarization. Somebody saying, "Well, I'm the divine masculine. That's my divine feminine." That doesn't really exist. That's not the point. The point is to recognize the divine masculine and feminine in yourself. Once you do that, you're able to attain this King of Swords energy. He's evolved. You see that? See, this is like it's a transformation of the goddess symbol. Um, the goddess symbol is the crescent, the full moon, and the crescent. The maiden, the mother, and the crone. And here you see it's depicted all those butterflies, this transformation, this metamorphosis. He's embraced his male and female, his emotion and intellect. He's balanced. He's kind. He's coming from a place of ensoulment. King of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. He got clarified with the King of Cups, which is another. It's another man. See how he's destroyed the mind. He's taken the sword, and it's a suicide king, is what he's known as. The thing is he's guided only by his emotions. See how he's got his hand over his heart, sword in the brain. So I mean, it's just reinforcing that message here, because there's healing to be done. There is healing, divinely guided healing. You're not alone. You're being watched. You are your own star. This star will actually end up going into the hermit's little lantern. This is the healing that allows the hermit to give his own guidance and the guidance to others. Oddly enough, this card used to be 17. It's actually 18. The 17 card is Temperance, which is an actual card of the day today, August 31st. But healing from what? Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is that deceptive. It's because it's coming with a lesson. There's a self-deception or a regular deception, where in the depiction the boy's running away with 7 swords. He's sneaking off, but he actually ends up really dropping 2 of them and only being able to carry 5. And he's not sneaky like he thinks he is. He's been busted. He's being hunted down. He has the 5 of Swords ends up. It comes before that, right? But the story actually, it's a cycle. It's all zeros and wheels. The cycle ends up being those 5 swords get used. Those were collected from a battle that was just horrible. It left the competitors just unwilling to even fight. It just was a giving up. Just a fuck, you know. The 2 swords that got left over were used to master the mind. Okay, to give to master the skills required to move into that healing energy, Aquarius energy, more air. So maybe like I have strong Aquarius placements with my Aquarius moon, so maybe this is speaking to some of you that are either dealing with an Aquarius or you yourselves also have strong Aquarius placements. The important thing to remember about Aquarius is that there's that tendency to rebel for the sake of rebelling, to be an outsider looking in, regardless of how embraced you are. You can be surrounded by people that love you, and there's a tendency to want to be so far outside the pack, that James Dean energy, that you'll self-sabotage. And that's probably what that 7 of Swords is talking about, healing from the self-sabotage. Okay, because we're moving forward. The damage has been done. Once a relationship has turned karmic, no matter what, there will become a tower moment, because you can't stay in that relationship. It will not allow you, if you are attuned to your highest good. All karma, the seed of healing starts with the inner child. That's just the way that it is. And if we can embrace this mind, heart, marriage, to accept the healing, to give back to ourselves, to forgive ourselves for being human, to lay ourselves bare to ourselves, then our inner child, it's coming. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot to be said about the Sun card. It's not the happiest card in the deck. It's sun after the storm kind of card, and it's clarified by the Six of Pentacles, which is a card of abundance. It's also typically related to Libra, justice, balancing the scales again, giving back. Like, did you give as much as you were receiving? Were you receiving as much as you were getting? Were you focused on receiving were you more focused on, well, I give this and I don't get that? Well, that's how you turn into a karmic relationship, because you're not giving from the right place. It's not happening for the right reasons. And that's why we have the Fool in reverse. It wasn't reckless abandon, and it wasn't like making a choice based off of how we felt. It was based off of what we saw. And it doesn't mean that you were the one doing it. It can be, see, like what I'm seeing here now, what I'm picking up, Spirit just told me, it's one person that's like, yep, here we go, let's do it. And the other person's kind of like, well, let's take it slow. Let's figure this out. Let's make sure that we're taking all of the right steps. Let's make sure that we're not rushing anything. And as I started saying that was 11:11 on the timer. So I know that was the truth. Thank you, Spirit. That's all I have. You've been putting in the work. In this cycle, it's done. It's time to. We avoided a tower moment, right? Lots of dead ends, and that stopped us. It put us back on our path, so we make it through the maze. Because inside us, all of us, we're already whole, we're already beautiful, we're already exactly where we need to be. There is worlds within worlds upon worlds upon worlds, and this experience right here, this tower moment, this karmic relationship, this ending, it's taking you home. It's taking you home, and you're going to be brought, there's going to be a lot of light brought to this. If you can accept the fact that the changes aren't stacked against you, they're not meant to punish you, but it's another step in the learning journey. It won't feel so painful, and you'll move on from it, a more whole and happy person, and you will be more equipped for the next lesson. When it comes up, you'll be that much smarter or that much stronger. It's all up to you. That's the lesson. So I hope that this helped. I hope that it was enlightening on some level, because for me, it was a shit show. That card does not want to go back. I suggest today, like what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get busy. I need to do something productive. I can't believe I had the day wrong, and it's kind of a relief. I got a whole day back out of it, but Jesus Christ. Today, what I would recommend doing is look at where you may be in a situation where you could be learning. Assess yourself today. Be honest. Dig deep. Look hard. Look honestly. Don't settle for the easy answer. Please don't settle for the easy answer. If it's hard, if it hurts, it's probably the right way. If you have something to say to somebody today, do it. Don't wait. There's more. I'll film more. I need to edit this one together with the other. I'm not going to change any of the content. You guys feel free to criticize. Please just don't judge me harshly. We're all amidst this energy of change, and I'm just as human and vulnerable to resistance as the rest of you. Forgive me. I hope you'll join me again.